America was created by the most oppressed people in the nation. We rise out of necessity. I am that person.
Growing up, I had a strong sense of injustice. Little things throughout my childhood that stood out to me. The way my behavior was policed in primary school, camp, Sunday school, and sports.
I've always felt restricted, surveilled even. Can I live?
In my teenage years, I spent a lot of time reading and listening to jazz. I took my grandfather's Jazz Masters Nina Simone CD, bought it home, and I was a changed person. Every cut was raw, and I felt it in my soul. Mississippi Goddamn would be playing while reading Asada's book.
Why did it take so long to give us civil rights? That's my question. If we were allowed to vote back in 1930s and 32, why did it take so long to give us civil rights? I can't understand it. I thought when you freed us, that we had our civil rights. If we were free, why didn't you give us civil rights?
I can't remember a time not knowing about the MOVE bombing and the unjust incarceration of Mr. Mumia Abu-Jamal. On May 13, 1985, in Philadelphia, the day of the bombing, I was 2 years old. I was at my grandmother's house, who lived on the 5800 block of Addison Street, about 5 blocks away from the bombing. My sister was 4 years old. The rest of my family was there, and we were celebrating Mother's Day. Black Philadelphia is small, and my family was blessed that day. I do not remember a time in my life when I did not know about the bombing of the MOVE family. 14 years later, at the age of 16, I decided to start my activism. That year, Philadelphia hosted the largest rally for Mumia to date. That day, outside of City Hall, thousands of people came from all over the world to stand up for this brilliant man, Mumia. The man that I've seen on the news is always in handcuffs and in prison uniforms, being walked out of a courtroom or to the jail van. I recognize the power of the people is how we get free that day.
I brought a lawyer to him the next morning. So what I like I say, he's like a son to me. So, and to see what's left of him, it's a shame.
So can we say free Mumia?
Oh, free me. It's been my whole purpose. And I testified at his trial. Oh, definitely. That's been one of my main hopes.
Black people united will never be defeated. Free Mumia, free them all.
February 26, 2012, 17-year-old Trayvon Benjamin Martin was murdered in Sanford, Florida by 28-year-old George Zimmerman. I was 29 years old. This was the beginning of the fire inside of me moving outside of me. By this time, I was an accomplished chef in my own right. I dealt with constant racism within the industry. I recount telling myself around the age of 20 that I had to suppress my revolutionary consciousness to be able to navigate the restaurant industry, which I did. I only read fiction, cooking magazines, and budgets. The microaggressions I dealt with, I suppressed with a smile. Internally, I was dying inside. I remember telling my older sister Megan we should go to a rally for Trayvon Martin in West Philly. So we did. It was a somber demonstration. The feeling of hopelessness surrounded the crowd. I remember seeing Zimmerman on TV and thinking, how dare this grown man murder this child? I felt sorrow for his brother and his parents. I understood that white people go out their way to police you. This was the beginning.
Trayvon Benjamin Martin went to space camp, the assassination of Black futurism.
2 years later, on August 9th, 2014, an 18-year-old named Michael Brown is murdered by Ferguson police officer Darren Dean Wilson in Ferguson, Missouri. In the next coming weeks, my inner loud rage, the boiling emotion I have developed ever since childhood surrounding fairness, had finally risen to the top. I have always been a night owl, so during the Ferguson protests, I would stay up till 3 to 4 a.m. watching Ferguson live streams. I've also always been on Twitter, so I am considered a Black Twitter original. And with that being said, I automatically was tapped into the main Twitter threads, sending out real-time information on the ground. I can't express how this vast online community demonstrated cooperative effort. We would look out for our folks on the ground. Between tweets and live streams, we all had each other's back. My little sister and I would talk at nights. I remember her telling me later on that that was the time she knew I had changed. And she was right.
If you're mad, you're racist. If you're mad, you're racist. What your children need to see. If you're mad, you're racist. If you're mad, you're racist. You don't like being uncomfortable. How do you think Black people feel? How do you think Black people feel? All this Black people, this is white person. No chestnut hill. White and black. No chestnut hill. White and black.
Everyone wants to be heard, I was told. So I made sure I bought myself the loudest bullhorn.
The political climate of that time was too powerful for me to dim what I already had filled up inside of me. I was now 32. My career was established. I had financial access I hadn't had before in my 20s. And I had a flexible schedule that gave me time to get more involved in organizing for the first time in my life. I started attending community coalition meetings and protests surrounding police terrorism in Philadelphia. By the summer of 2015, I became Minister of Defense for Action Against Black Genocide, a cell group of Philadelphia for Real Justice. Both groups I helped found. I started planning disruptions around the city to bring attention to terrorism Black Americans faced. Comrades from the Trayvon Martin Organizing Committee, the MOVE family members, and many people not formally associated with organizations.
Shouts out the Philly Coalition for Real Justice. Either you help me load my gun or get the fuck from me. That's a direct quote from Morgan Malachi, the Bull Bay, AK-11, Philadelphia 215. Let's get it.
Black women rising to the call of defense for our people. Looking back, I knew that the same men I defended probably would not do the same for me. As I get older, I hope that feeling that I have is proven wrong.
Myself and my sisters, Megan and Mallory, who were with me pretty much every step of the way, became part of Philadelphia's Black Resistance, a long-running tradition of Black Americans in the city organizing for justice. All three of us played different roles in the movement. We have subsequently been arrested and taken to trial for protesting together. My mother was always a big support. I know that the support system I had during those times is a privilege a lot of people are not afforded. Hopefully, when people look back, they see that I've always tried to use everything I have to further my people.
To my Megan, Mallory, Mom, and Dad, thank you infinitely.
Black Lives Matter. I did not say that all lives matter.
You're a racist.
Black Lives Matter.
We want to know who killed Brandon Tate Brown. He was shot by the Philadelphia Police Department in the Frankfurt section of this city. They will not tell us the cop's name who shot this kid. Ferguson, we know who shot Mike Brown. have this kid's mother wanting to know who killed her son.
Brandon Tate Brown was murdered in Philadelphia on December 14, 2014, by Philadelphia police officers Nicholas Coretti and Hang Dang. This was my first campaign, rooted in the corruption of the Philadelphia Police Department. Just like Trayvon Martin, Brandon Tate Brown's story gave me the same sorrow. I felt anger for his mother, Tanya Brown, who heard about Brandon's death by way of a local news segment on TV. She called up to the police station and had to be told that her son Brandon was murdered. This was just heartbreaking to hear. When Freddie Carlos Gray Jr. was murdered on April 12, 2015 by Baltimore Police Department officers Cesar Goodson Jr., William Porter, Brian Nero, Garrett Miller, and Alicia D. White, our organizing in the city was in full motion. The campaign for Brandon had slowed down, and I got a call suggesting we go to Baltimore to support our comrades struggling to get justice for Freddie Gray and his family. I agreed to go. At this time, I had never been outside of the city for a protest. I did not know what the day would bring on April 18, 2015.
All night and all day. Anywhere in USA, you can have a Freddie Gray. Shut it down, shut it down. All night, all day. Anywhere. I don't expect that shit from somebody that look like you. You're a fucking disgrace. Get your life right. Get your mind together. Get some fucking education. Have some black pride about yourself. Because right now, you looking real low, yo. You looking low as shit. You know what time it is out here. You want to be on this side of history? 25 years from now, what you gonna tell your kids? That what you was doing, popping your gum? You was popping your gum? What you was doing, Mom? When Black Lives Matter was out in the street, what you was doing? Standing there looking like a nut. You're not shit.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, hey, hey! Come on, come
The righteous are fearless and afraid, all at once. The foundation of a freedom fighter.
From the death of Trayvon Martin in 2012 to the murder of Freddie Gray in 2015, my head spins at all of the experiences. All the demonstrations, disruptions, trials, lawyers, bail, jail support, mutual aid, and more. This period in my life guided me to my justice claim. And now I sit here at the age of 41, and I'm just firmly invested in my justice claim. Because Harriet Tubman led us and Cali tasked us. I fight for lineage-based reparations now, for the descendants of U.S. chattel slaves. Me. My activism approach is different, and honestly, it's a work in progress. I work on my genealogy, and I help others trace theirs. I travel the country, tracing my ancestry from plantation to plantation. And when you're doing your genealogy, it's a heavy load. Honoring every aspect of the culture in this political climate is something that's necessary. We can't lose it. We can't let them forget. We can't let our children not be taught either. Everything that has been done to us on this land in this country.
We are not asking for a handout. We are demanding what is rightfully ours, what was promised, what was stolen. Reparations.
Reparations now.
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 Reparations.
Reparations now.
Reparations. Reparations now.
Reparations.
Reparations now.
Now.
Reparations now.
Now you say a mirror of success. I'm looking at somebody with a mirror of success. You.
Reparations now. Say it. Reparations now.
Yeah.
I say I'm looking at somebody with a mirror of success. Here you come with this, that. How many people can do what you're doing with this? Now, good. Name. First time I ever seen this done. Who else can do this? Answer me now.
I mean, I think
You know anybody else can do it?
nobody could interview you except for a couple people. I can tell you that. I can tell you that.